Hey guys, welcome to my legal classes. This is Ganesh Pujari, and in my previous video we have discussed essentials of a valid contract under section 10 of the Act. Now we have discussed 5 important essentials as per the Act as well as few other general requirements as I mentioned in my previous video. In this video, we are going to discuss section 11 and 12, which are discussing the first essential of a valid contract, that is competent to contract. Under these two sections, we are discussing 3 important competencies for a person to sign a valid contract, and I am going to explain this video with help of diagram and then getting into the section number 11 and 12. And there will be 3 other videos which are going to discuss in detail on each of those competencies with the help of video 2A, video 2B and video 2C for more information or in-depth knowledge on all those competencies in detail. With that, I am getting into my first slide of this particular video, which is the diagram on competent to contract. As I have already explained, section 11 and 12 are discussing about parties unable to enter into a contract. There are 3 types of parties who are unable to enter into contract. They are minor, or a person of unsound mind, and a person disqualified by law. Now, while minor is discussing all about the age requirement, a person of unsound mind is unable to enter into any contract because of his lunatic status, or maybe because he is an idiot, or maybe he is drunken or intoxicated. In such person is unable to enter into any kind of contract. And the last category is person disqualified by law. There are 5 categories of people who are disqualified by law. They are enemy alien, that means a person who is coming from enemy nation or with whom or with such country where the Indian government has declared war. Or the second category is foreign sovereign, that is maybe a foreign diplomat or someone. They cannot get into any kind of contract without the approval of the central government. And then we have convicted person who is serving his jail time. He is also unable or disqualified by law to enter into any kind of contract. And a corporation or company, and a person who is declared by a court of law that he is insolvent. In such case, such person cannot get into any kind of contract. This is all about the diagram, and remember, I am going to make 3 independent videos on all these concepts, that is minor, a person of unsound mind, and person disqualified by law. Now let us get into the next slide, which is all about section 11 and 12 of the Act, which briefs in a nutshell what is all about parties unable to enter into contract. Section number 11 discusses about 3 important categories who are competent to contract. They are the one who has already attained the age of majority according to the law to which he is subject, and second one being a person who is having sound mind, and the third being the person who is not disqualified from contracting by any law to which he is subject. Section 12 is a beautiful section which discusses about what is a sound mind for the purpose of contracting. It briefs what is sound mind all about, and it also gives few beautiful illustration to understand the soundness of mind when it comes to contract. It says there are 2 important requirements to consider a person is having sound mind. That is, one, he is capable of understanding the contract term. Second one, he should be able to form a rational judgment as to its effect upon his interest, or he need to be able to form a rational judgment on his consideration part as far as the contract is concerned. So they are the 2 important requirements that you need to remember as far as section 12 is concerned. And there are a few important questions you can get answer from this particular section. The first being, if someone is lunatic and who is having usually unsound mind, and during intervals or when he is occasionally of sound mind, and if he is coming to a contract during his sound mind, whether such contract is valid or not valid. Now the answer is yes, because he has come to a contract when he is capable of understanding the terms of the contract, as well as he can form a rational judgment as to its benefit to him because he is having sound mind during the contract signing timing. So that's very important aspect. That's the first illustration. And then we have a sane man, that means a healthy person who is having high fever where he has lost his mental status, and in such fever status, whether he can come to a contract, or if he comes to a contract, whether it is valid or not valid. the contract is not valid because he has lost the mental status, he is considered as unsound mind because of such high fever, or if he is drunken or intoxicated, because of his such status of drunken or intoxicated, he is no more considered as sound man. Though he is a sane man or a healthy person, he will not be considered as a person who is having capacity to contract, because at that particular period he has lost the soundness of mind. That's what you need to understand about section 12. Now I'm taking you to the last slide, which is a kind of summary to the entire discussion. This is a kind of conclusive slide where I have brought 7 important images. You need to understand the images so that you can remember in the exam hall. The first image, that is my right hand side, the top image, which is of children, which is to remember the age requirement. As per section 3 of Indian Majority Act 1875, every person domiciled in India attains majority on completing 18 years of age. However, there are 2 important exceptions where it is considered as 21 years as the majority age. The first being where a guardian of a minor person or property is appointed under the Guardian and Wards Act 1890, and where minor's property has passed under the superintendence of the Court of Wards. There also the age of majority is 21 years. Now the second image, a person who is sick, who is lost his mental capability because of high fever or whatsoever purpose, such person is not competent to contract. Third, a person who is of drunken or intoxicated status cannot be a person competent to contract. And the fourth image from the downside, that is a foreign diplomat cannot be considered as a competent person to contract. And enemy alien with whom we are declared war, they cannot be a person competent to contract. A person who is convicted and serving his jail time cannot be a person who is competent to contract. And a person who is declared insolvent, who doesn't have any money or declared by code of law that he is insolvent, cannot come into any kind of contract. Now under soundness of mind, I have brought 4 important aspects, that is lunatic. Lunatic can come into contract when he is having that intervals, or whenever he is having soundness of mind. Such period he can come into any kind of contract. But idiot cannot come into any kind of contract because this is from birth to death, so he cannot come into any kind of contract because of his unsoundness of mind. Drunken and intoxicated status, though the person is sane or a healthy person, because of his drunken or intoxicated status, he loses the competency to come into any kind of contract during such period. And legal, as I have told, there are 5 important categories: enemy alien, foreign sovereign or diplomat, or a person convicted and imprisoned and continuing in jail, and then corporation and company, and a person who is declared by code of law that he is insolvent. Those persons are not competent to contract. You might be thinking, where are the case laws? Don't worry, I am bringing in 3 independent videos on these particular aspect, that is one on the minors, second one on the soundness of mind, and then the person disqualified by law in my next 3 videos, that is video 2A, 2B and 2C. Now wait for those videos. Thank you so much for watching me. All the very best for your exams or whatsoever purpose you are watching my videos, and thanks again.